So Heidi was asking about, I think, expectations in relationships, specifically loyalty and honesty. Well, I think that's a great question because it really helps put into perspective what a relationship is. To many people, a relationship is a set of mutual expectations and rules and attachment. What many people actually call love, I would say, is actually attachment. When people feel like if someone leaving you to pursue their dreams, if you would pray to have them stay, then you're attached to them. You don't love them. If they love someone else and want to go off, and you pray that they'll stop loving them and love you, that's attachment. Wanting your will to impose on somebody else to satisfy your expectations and desires is not love. In a loving relationship, I believe that those ideas, the union of you are my light, or you are the cause and source of my joy and love, or that decision, that has to be made every day. That you cannot be in a place of love and commitment based solely on the commitment. Now, the commitment can get you through times when your brain starts wavering and you start to have struggles or dips in your psyche, or you get in a funk and suddenly want a Porsche and a big-boobed brunette. So your commitment and your mutual expectations can help you weather that storm. But it really has to be based on the desire more than it is about the obligation, I believe. Now, then again, I am not a part of a successful marriage or even a successful long-term relationship. Successful meaning existing. So I could be the wrong person to be asking, but I think that the kind of relationship that I would want to be committed to is one where we both understood that this is a choice that we need to be making in every moment. And it's a commitment to making that decision and a commitment to being honest about when that decision no longer is our truth. I do not want anyone to stay with me, to do things with me, to spend time with me out of obligation, ever. In fact, that's one of my psyche problems. I used to have a real hard time with, and I still have a hard time, but one of the reasons when I was younger, I would never ask women out because I had this fear of her saying yes when she didn't really want to. And then she'd be doing it out of obligation or not wanting to make me feel bad or something like that. It all stems back to the movie Fame. One of the first R-rated movies I saw. And there's a scene when Irene Cara, the young up-and-coming starlet, is invited to an audition. She's very excited. She's very talented. And in the audition, it turns out to be not much of an audition for her talent. It's more of an audition, well, as casting calls often devolve into something less talent-based and more sexual-based, she ends up taking off her top. And so she's taking off her top as this guy's videotaping her, and she's crying. And that scene etched in my brain as far as this women doing sexual things or doing things specifically sexual in this situation that they don't really want to, but do it anyway. And you combine that with an overly feminist upbringing and a few too many books on how our bodies work and how women's bodies work and how we need to be concerned about their needs, I suddenly became panicked about being a poor lover, about women having these things going on in their head that they weren't sharing with me, And I believed that every woman that was with me in any way was simply doing me a favor. And it was not ideal on my brain and my psyche, and certainly not ideal on my ability to enjoy sexuality. I have since gotten over that hump, pun intended. But it was that was a dramatic chapter. How did I get on that topic? Something about expectation in relationships. Oh, that's right. Well, so I no longer expect women to disrobe for me when I videotape them. Wait, that wasn't what I was talking about. Anyway, I think that you can have an expectation of honesty in a relationship, however. And the reality is, if you cannot expect that, the response is, it should be less about anger and more about, oh, well, this is not a relationship that I want to have. Byron Katie is awesome at that, at helping people understand that, it's your expectations that make you angry at somebody. Not being honest, but let's say, like, you expect them not to cheat. When they do cheat, you're angry. The reality is, this is a person who has cheated in the past, or going to cheat in the future. So all you can really do is say, hey, just so you know, this behavior is totally unacceptable to me. It's not the kind of thing that I want to be in a relationship with. So if you're going to act in this way, whether it be a lie, whether it be being with another person physically, whether it be not, whatever your rules are, it's saying, look, that's just not what I'm okay with. I am okay with giving you this one warning, or not that. And then the other person simply does what they do, and you can, without expectation, without anger, say, oh, that's not what I want. Farewell. I'm not sure if that answered the question. Not sure if there was a question. All I know is that I've got the theme song to Fame in my head. And the cafeteria song. Macaroni and bologna, tuna fish, my favorite dish, hot lunch, jam.